Hey marker, Asteroid City review, guys. Get right to it. Action! What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I am your host, Ryan D.A. Ryan 680.
I'm Angela Kelly-Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. If you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you so much for making us a part of your day. And let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
So, Wes Anderson's newest film that I think everyone is going to be looking forward to, Asteroid City.
Asteroid City, ladies and gentlemen.
Star-studded, star-packed, jam-packed with people you will recognize.
Yes, maybe they haven't been around in a long time, but hey, all I'm saying is that this is a really great cast. Really great, stellar cast here. Now, I never saw the actual trailer for this, so this is definitely a movie where I did not see a trailer for, so I was very excited about that, because I was just like, no, I just saw a poster. I saw a bunch of posters for this, and I was like, I'm happy. I'm happy what I'm getting. I was already going to see this movie regardless because it is Wes Anderson, and I love pretty much all his movies have just this hidden charm to them, to where
it's a niche, right?
Yeah,
it's
you have
so
to have that
different and out there, and it's
artistic,
and it's definitely his style. He's made a name for his style with all of his movies, like Isle of Dogs, Grand Budapest Hotel, French Dispatch. So I was pretty excited because we generally like most of his movies, the style, the artistic, you say, sense. Mm-hmm. And again, all of his movies are like just jam packed with just A-list celebrities. I'm sure. I mean,
not just that, but like even furthermore into it, just people that maybe you think that they were at the end of their career, or maybe not so. It just, he definitely gets really good, really broad resume people in here, and I love that. And newcomers as well, especially in this film here, especially very young newcomers here. And the Asteroid City tells of a story of following a writer on his world-famous fictional play about a grieving father who travels with his tech-obsessed family to small rural city, Asteroid City, to compete in a junior stargazing event, only to have his worldview disrupted forever. All right, so this movie that doesn't even touch the tipping of the iceberg up to what this film really brings us here. I really enjoyed this movie. I love the color schemes in here. I love the way he films. He films in it's so damn good, so damn different. And he really brings above and beyond. Texan, he's a true Texan. Wes Anderson was born in Houston, Texas, which we did not know. I did not know that. But
I did not. Fun fact of the day.
Yeah, fun fact of the day. You learn something new every day. I really enjoyed his movies. I've enjoyed his movies in the past, but Asteroid City brings about this new this new
like a new environment too. Like you say, he's known for his color.
Yeah,
and who thought you could bring color into a desert? Really, to be honest, because Asteroid City is located in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the desert.
But it's super colorful, like the setting, what the people are wearing.
Yeah.
I like how it's kind of also nostalgic too. Kind of, you get like a 60s vibe, kind of almost.
Yeah.
So I really liked a lot of the set and the clothing and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like with a lot of his films, or all of his films, he has like a higher message, a deeper meaning, and you get that in here. You kind of it's a little interesting to start when you start to piece it together, and then you kind of start to understand the flow of how it's written and what's going on, which I like movies that kind of make you think a little bit.
Definitely quirky. It definitely has its charm. That's why I always say it at tenfold, is that when you go into a Wes Anderson movie, you're going to have some unique storytelling here. You're going to have some unique storytelling styles here by this creative director. This is why he does. This is why he makes those artistic films. Granted, a lot of the movies, though, that I would say, because this is not a blockbuster movie. By all means,
I don't think any of them are blockbuster.
But they all have their messages of just graceful, heartful messages that are really lasting to each his own. They last in cinema. They're the great cinema. This is what cinema's all about. It captivates you into the movie, captivates you into the framework. One of the beautiful things I've noticed about his films so much and so hard, like damn, this is so damn good. Like, it's just hard to not notice, is that he really does really good of these like still where he moves the cameras into the frames, and it's so damn good to where like you just know it's a Wes Anderson movie. And also the close-up shots he does, a lot of the actors and actresses in here are really done very well. I mean, he does it so much more so, especially when there's like an action scene. When there's an action sequence, on any movie, on any case, you see camera work everywhere. You see, like, Transformers is one, like, you just see all this camera work everywhere. Him, it's literally the actor, and it's just going in like the camera's not in slow motion, but it's just like he's just going in slow motion in this weird framework that he really does. That really
he's known
really
for
artistic. Yeah, I mean even more so in his action films, even more so in the animation, that clayation which was Isle of Dogs, which I thought was a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen Isle of Dogs, guys, that's definitely one of his best films. But definitely here the best movie that I think we could both agree on. The 110% that still lasts to this day, that I could still watch no matter what.
Yes.
Is, I think, our opinion here, the Movie Talk Studios, is his best movie ever, The Grand Budapest Hotel, which is just charming, fantastic, lovable. It carries the momentum here, and each his own. This Asteroid City, though, I gotta say though, its charm is there. It grows on you. It may not be as attractive at the beginning because it kind of it has to suck you into this world. It has to sink you into like, this is my storytelling. This is how it's gonna flow, and I love that because this is definitely a different start, and I like it because granted, his movies they're not all the same, but then they're all different. That's what I love about it.
Well, it's the same style. So, like, you can expect, you watch it and you're like, this is his style.
In a way, though, like the cinematography and all that, but like
the way the story's told,
they're different.
And so I gotta say, again, it is a little bit slower to start just because you're kind of thrown into this. You're kind of trying to piece together what exactly is happening.
Yeah.
And as the film goes on, you do get a sense of like what unfolds.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, also, I really enjoyed the comedic parts. It's very like dry humor, quirky humor.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty funny. Like it and all of his films are like that. You have that like small sense of like humor here and there, and it works. So I gotta say, I noticed that in this film a lot. I was just laughing a lot in certain parts.
Yeah, some may argue that this is not his absolute best work, and some people may not like his movies, but you have to understand, if a average moviegoer is not going to see this movie, I get it, because it's just not the style that they're used to. If you don't like Wes Anderson movies, if you do not like The Grand Budapest Hotel, if you do not like Isle of Dogs, if you do not like Mr. Fantastic
Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. If you do not like those movies, more likely you're not going to like this movie because it's very similar storytelling but different. It's a weird persona to where it really captivates you as an audience member if you're used to his style. So I mean, cinematography shines through as well. It really shines a lot. I love the different color schemes in a desert. We see that a lot of the poster. Even the poster itself identifies these characters, and they're all different characters. It's crazy. It's astonishing to see some filmmakers like this one really
it's a big cast.
direct people and
a lot of people.
He
has a lot of people in a lot of scenes. There's a lot of moving parts going on as the story is being told, and to direct everyone and still tell the same story. That's pretty accomplishment.
The framework creates visually just a really artistic feel, and I love that so much. It's it really captivates you, especially the way this is screenplayed and everything, and how, I mean, even more so, I mean, Edward Norton's in here, and I love Edward Norton. I mean, I'm a huge. I mean, I loved him I loved him as Incredible Hulk, whether you like it or not. I loved him as the Hulk. I think he's a better Hulk than Mark Ruffalo. I don't care what you say.
Disagree.
Forget it. He's a better actor. I'll just say that. But whatever. Anyways, but we got Bryan Cranston here as the host. We got it's
Adrian Brody, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I mean
Jason Schwartz.
I'm not gonna lie.
Schwartzman.
I'm not gonna lie here. I really enjoy Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, but even more so, is it weird to say that I love her more in not playing Black Widow? I love her more in Jojo Rabbit. She was in Jojo Rabbit with Taika Waititi, and I loved her more in this movie because of her acting skills are so different now. She doesn't rely too much. She's on camera frame. They treat her character well versus not saying that Black Widow's character wasn't treated well, but just it kind of feels like it was always set at a level and it wasn't going to go above that. With these films, it's always art. It's very surprising because there's just a couple of these scenes to where she's playing this actress, she's playing this character, and it's so surprisingly, I don't want to say surprisingly good, but like I guess in a way it is surprisingly crazy good. It's just so well in tune, and it surprises me.
Everyone's talented. Like you have so many talented people here. You have Maya Hawke, Tom Hanks, Liv Schreiber. So many people that bring their own into these roles, albeit some are smaller than others.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I enjoyed the whole cast. I know there's some new faces in there, a lot of familiar faces, and especially faces that have worked with Wes Anderson before.
Yeah.
So I like that, he brings people back. I like that, he gets new people as he tells more stories. So I enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed the way the story was told. It was definitely different. And like I said, you're either going to really like it or you're not. And if you are a fan of his other films, I think it's very online with what he does. And so I was pleasantly surprised because I had seen the trailer before.
Yeah. This I would say the masterpiece is, of course, going to be Grand Budapest Hotel. May this may not be a masterpiece. It's still compelling. It's still well put out. It's still undeniably made by a talented filmmaker. It really is. Leaving a lasting impression on, definitely it really leaves that lasting impression on so many levels. Because it kind of sticks with you a lot. There's so many funny moments in here that are just not random, but they just go with the story so well. And I'll admit, Wes Anderson's definitely he really embraces his own peculiar allure in here. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, definitely enjoyed this movie. Was this the film we deserve to say? Yes, definitely. Yeah. Now let's go to ratings, Angela. When you give this rating after talking about this, what do you think it's ranking on now? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. When do you give this rating?
I agree with you. It's not one of my favorite films of him. And I also think, I agree with you. Grand Budapest Hotel is my top. Then it's kind of like Isle of Dogs, kind of close second.
Yeah.
I would give it a 7.5 because I really liked the story.
Yeah.
It does have deeper message, deeper meaning. The cast did exceptional. Set and costume and all that, beautiful, right? Cinematography, beautiful. So I think it was a very solid film. And I think, I would hope that a lot of moviegoers give it a try. Even if you haven't seen a Wes Anderson film,
we do recommend it.
We recommend it.
Yeah, and this is what cinema's about, ladies and gentlemen. Granted, it's not about action sequences. It doesn't have any crazy. It's about storytelling, the arc of storytelling, the arc of how cinema is just pure cinema, and I love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy going to these movies. I can't wait to see the next Wes Anderson movie because that's the thing too, is that you had these expectations, right? A24, you have that high expectation, artistic feel. You don't know what you're coming in for. I mean, Bodies was just, holy crap, that movie was just insane. But you really go into these movies, Wes Anderson films, and you're like, I'm gonna see some pure cinema in here, and I love that.
You already know what to expect when you go into there. So I gotta say, what was your rating?
So I'm gonna give this a solid 7.8. I'm gonna give it a 7.8, almost an 8. But I really enjoyed it. Charming, very impeccable attention to detail. That's what I love about Wes Anderson.
Yes.
He really paid attention to so many small details, and I love that. I really did enjoy this movie, guys. And if you have not seen this movie, or if you're on the fence of seeing any of his Wes Anderson films, we do recommend, of course, Isle of Dogs and Grand Budapest Hotel to start up high because those are one of his best artistic films, pure cinema, masterpieces that I really did enjoy. And I never thought Isle of Dogs was surprisingly damn good. Surprising because I didn't know what to expect out of it. I mean, when we first saw it, I was just like, the hell? And
I like the animation style though. I really do. True, so I was gonna love it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, look at the cast: Bill Murray, and then,
for cat
Bill
people,
yeah,
for cat people, and it's funny because in the movie, cats are portrayed as evil.
Yeah, they are. They're evil.
Which I hate movies that are like that, but I actually really love that movie.
Yeah. The cats are funny though, man. The cats are hilarious. They all have their own cats and matches with them.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's charming and it's paying attention close to that detail. That's all I'm saying. Paying close to the details.
But again, I would say give it a shot if you're if you're on the fence. Definitely try it. And if you're like, I kind of like it, kind of don't, also check out his other movies too. You'll also like the style too.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. We do recommend this movie, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this film. Be sure to check this out at the theater near you if you haven't already. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. Ryan 680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Thank you so much. And help us get to 5,000 subscribers. We are so close. We are less than 100 subscribers away. Thank you so much, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out, San Antonio. Latest.